Many times we fall through our habits and we fall through things and we see that things don't work out for us and we simply give up. And then we say, okay, don't worry, I'll get it together one day. I'll get it together. Now I'm going to tell you a story. It's a story that happened in a small town in the shtetl somewhere over there in Eastern Europe. Where there was a town and there was everything in this town. There were shoemakers, there were bakers, there were barbers, there were everything besides one thing that they didn't have was a watchmaker. They didn't have a watchmaker. They didn't have a watchmaker, and slowly, watch stops working, and so on and so forth. And it came to the place that it reached a time where none of the watches in the city worked. None. One day came to the town a watchmaker and says, "Wow, there's no watchmakers here. Well, that's I'm staying." And everybody was very happy, and they brought him all the watches. And don't think he was just like a guy that fell off the boat, didn't know what he was doing, and then called himself a watchmaker. He was a real watchmaker. Expert. He was not able to fix any of the watches. None of them. Besides Moishel's watch. Moishel's watch was the only watch he was able to fix. So when the people went to him and said, "We don't understand. How come you only fix Moishel's watch?" So the watchmaker says, "Because Moishel is the only one that kept on unwinding his watch and he didn't give up. You gave up and your watches got into a state that you can't fix them anymore. They simply got stuck. The gear is not working. It's all rusty. Can't fix it." I don't know what you learn from that. That even if you fall into a certain stagnation, a spiritual stagnation, spiritually you're not growing, you have to keep on trying. You have to keep on trying, because as soon as you give up and you stop, you're never going to be able to pick it up again. Don't wait for something from the heavens to fall for you and one day miraculously, let's say for example, arguments, you have a problem getting up in the morning. Don't expect that someday miraculously you'll get up and you'll say, "Oh my goodness, I have half an hour to go to shul, and from that point on, Akol Beseder." It's not going to happen. You have to keep on trying. But you have to really try. Not just say, "Okay, I'm trying. One day the watchmaker will come to the town and will fix my watch." You have to maintain it all the time. And so is here. Our spiritual growth, many times we feel depleted. And we don't try anymore. And then I remember in the 80s and the 90s, there was the Arachim seminary, right? All kind of courses that were doing Arachim, doing this, doing that. Now they have this one, they have that one, But everybody was going there to get charged. The point is not to go to these crash courses to get charged. This is not New Age seminars. Spirituality needs a constant working every single day. Even throughout the pains of it's not working, you keep on trying and trying to initiate something, involved in reading, be involved in charging yourself. That will eventually when you bring it to your personal watchmaker, he will have something to work with. The same thing like anything else. Even if you have a car, and the car didn't start, you left the car like this. In a garage, in a perfect garage, eventually you're going to have rot in the tires, and the engine is not going to be working, it's going to be clinking, especially if you drain the oil. If you kept the oil there, and there is something to work there, needless to say, if you came once a week to the car, you just turn it on, let it work for 10, 15 minutes, it's going to come to the car, it's going to go. We need to understand that in terms of our spirituality, that even if you get spiritually stuck, you have to keep on trying. You can never lose hope and wait for somebody else to do the job. The job is on you, is upon you. And it happens to everybody. Sometimes this falling down spiritually is in order to go up. But you never give up. You should never give up and never wait for a knight in shining armor to come and save you, because that's not happening. Have a good day.